All right, he says, thank you for taking my question. Oh, but I hadn't taken it yet. That's what we call putting the cart before the horse, right? This is an observation question. I hate RPE. It's so frustrating. I'm a novice, never lifted weights until late 2019. Did the program at Solus NY from January till March. For 2 months, in other words, 2020. Then Solus was destroyed by
the pandemic?
By the pandemic. No, by the political response to the pandemic. Loved it, got excellent coaching, stronger, gained weight, numbers went up, then COVID hit, blah, 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 blah. So he's at this CrossFit place taking part in what they call a powerlifting program, which is the only way I can get my hand on barbells at this moment in time. Because you live in New York City. You're not a free individual. If you're still in New York City, it is like serving a sentence for a crime. And what is the crime? Stupidity. That's the crime you committed. And all they do is use RPE. You know why they use RPE? Let me tell you what RPE is. RPE is a way to sell programs as templates without having to actually consult the client in terms of the numbers on the bar. All right? RPE, rating of perceived exertion, is a way to make it okay to lift light weights. All right? And let me tell you why this is the case. All right? RPE was developed for strength training as a way to sell services. I know this for a fact. All right? That's all it was for. It's so you could handle 200 clients without having to actually interact with them about the numbers on the bar. Well, you just go up to RPE of 7.38 and do something there, right? And it's absolute stupidity. All right. Everybody that's lifted weights, everyone without exception, including you, if you'll think about it, has come to the gym and has come under the bar and warmed up and did first sets of warm-ups, second, third sets of warm-ups, gotten up to the last set of warm-ups, and said, all of those feel like shit. They just feel like shit. And if you are using RPE as a way to give yourself permission to be a fucking pussy that day, and you reduce the work set to a number that's below what you know you need to do for your program, a number below what you did last time, and give yourself permission to lift light weights because RPE, well, that's not training, that's exercising in the gym, right? Every one of us has had the experience of doing the last warm-up before the work sets and said to ourselves, that really felt like shit. That really, really felt like shit. But those of us with giant cantaloupe-sized balls, well, it doesn't even require that. It just requires a little tiny bit of stick-to-itiveness. Have taken the work set out of the rack, squatted it, put it back up, did the 5 you're supposed to do, and said to yourself, it really felt like shit. But you got the 5th rep. So you said to yourself, I'm going to do the second set. So you rest about 10 minutes and you take the second set out of the rack and you do the set of 5, and it felt like shit. And it really, really felt terrible. The last rep was hard. And you said to yourself, well, I've already done 2. I might as well go ahead and finish the workout. So you rest 10 minutes. You take the 3rd set out of the rack, and you finish the set, the fifth rep, and you say to yourself, you know, it really felt like shit. But I got all 15 reps. I did the work. I think I'll check my videos. So you look at your videos, and goddamned if every one of those reps was not performed at exactly the same bar speed. We've all done it. Every one of us have done it. You know, I did it myself a couple of weeks ago. Back's been bothering me quite a bit. Did 305 for a set of 3 box squats. Felt like shit. Felt like absolute shit. All the warm-ups felt like shit. Everything hurt. Everything felt like shit. So I had a spotters come over and say, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, so y'all just stand here and get real close to me. And they, so I took the bar out of the rack, and I did the first rep, and I said, that really felt like shit. Watch close on this next one. And did the next one, and I said, oh my God, I can't hardly believe how bad that felt, but here I am, I just got one more to do, so y'all watch come in real close, right? So I did the third rep, and it felt like hammered fuck. But I got back up to the top, and I racked it, and I'm standing there feeling sorry for my elderly self in front of the rack, and both of them said, all 3 of those looked exactly the same. I said, are you serious? You can't be serious. He said, the last one moved exactly the same speed as the first one did. I don't know what it felt like to you, but the last one moved exactly the same speed as the first one did. So what does that tell me? It tells me that my perceptions of my own effort are unreliable, and yours are too. I've been doing this for 42 years, and I can't tell how hard it actually was against an objective assessment like bar speed. I can't tell. I know you can't tell. So this RPE shit needs to go away. If you want to lift light weights, just lift the goddamn light weights. I don't care. If you want to keep your squat at 285 the rest of your life, go ahead. Fine with me. But don't blame it on RPE. Blame it on your flared up ovarian situation.